Hello everyone. So I'm gonna make a new video about the new version of Unreal Vault Organizer. Really, it's the same thing. It just works with Fab. And the other thing is the original Unreal Vault Organizer was built with Electron, which was a huge install, like 207 megabytes. So I switched over to Tari, which is a similar kind of thing. Lets you write great desktop cross-browser or cross-platform desktop applications using web technologies, and it's like 18 megabytes. So yay, go that. So I'll send you the link. Just download it. Just go to the link and choose releases. Only one right now, and you can download the Windows version. I think this is the Mac version, I believe, as well. All right, and I think I've already downloaded it. So we'll just go and install it. Pretty simple. It does have automatic updates, so when I do releases, it'll let you know if there's new updates. You can enable or disable that feature. All right, so when you first start it, you got nothing. You need to do some setups. So the first thing you need to do is your Vault Cache Pass, and you can get that from your Epic Game Launcher. Open them up and go to Settings. Scroll down to Vault Location and grab your path. Control A, Control C, cancel that, go back and close this one and paste it in there. Next thing you need is an access token, and you get that by getting an authorization code. And you put the authorization code here. So the first thing we need to do is click on Get Authorization Code. Click here to log into your Epic account. When I do this, it'll open up a web browser. This application does not store your username and passwords and have access to anything that. The only thing it does is that it gets this one-use authorization code, which then gives you an access token. It does store the access token, and the access token, pretty much can give you full access to your account, downloading it just like anything, as far as what the web would do or what the Unreal Vault would do. That kind of stuff, and that expires. But again, this is open source. You can see what it is. Of course, anybody could put an MSI up there. It doesn't have to be necessarily related to source code, but it is. I mean, there's nothing malicious about it. When you download the app, you have to. It's not signed, so you're gonna have to choose keep it. I'm not gonna pay to get this app signed. So anyway, to get your authorization code, click here. It's going to ask you to log in. I've already logged in on this computer. So normally for you, it's going to come up with the normal, enter your username and password. If you got two-factor authentication, whatever, it'll do all that. But once you do that once, and until Epic requires you to log in again, it should present you with this page where you have an authorization code. Just copy everything within the quotes. Just press and hold the left mouse button, drag it, and let go. Control C to copy. Okay, and I don't know why it highlights it up there, but it doesn't really matter. All right, and paste it in there. And if you happen to get a quote, which I have certainly done sometimes, like if you get an extra quote there, when you hit authorize, it's going to give you bad request. So make sure that's good. Undo that. Hit authorize again, and authorization successful, and you see my key, but you don't see all of it, so it doesn't really matter. That is going to be turned off. Okay. All right, so now we've got this guy, which is important, and we've got our path set, and we will save our settings. Now, here we go. Automatically check for software updates. You can have it enabled or disabled if you want. Delete the database. The database is stored in what's called your browser's index DB, and it's related only to this application. So if you open up your browser, your other browser, and go look at the index DB there, I don't believe it's going to be there. Oops. It's only going to be related to this browser session, I think. Just to let you know where the data is stored. I mean, that's all it is. So go to application. Where's my application? There we go. Sorry, application. Okay. So IndexedDB, right? Okay, so since this is the web, since it's different than this, you're not going to see it. But if you open up this application, just to let you know, it stores it differently. This even though it's kind of a web browser here, it's completely different from your main web browser. You can expect here, go to your application, and so if you wanted to look at the raw data that we're saving, it's all right here in your IndexedDB. And you see all the stuff in the Vault library, and once we download information, it'll be there. So that's where your data is stored. This only gets deleted if you sometimes if you go in and remove all cache, and that's an option, and you tell it to remove like the IndexedDB. Usually when you remove all cache, it doesn't remove IndexedDB unless you specify it. Now if you do specify that, it will remove your IndexedDB cache, so be careful when you say clear cache and you have programs that say clear cache. Again, usually they don't touch IndexedDBs unless you specify it, but some might. And if it does, that'll delete all your data. Otherwise, it's pretty good. It's nice, handy. Don't have to worry about anything. All right, so let's get down to it. Now we've wasted a good 6 minutes on, well, not much. All right, so going back to the Vault, we've got everything we want. Import Vault. And we can see all our Vault items being downloaded. And there we go. Okay, so we've got normal page sizing here. I just set default to large because I have a lot, but you can obviously do whatever you want. You've got your normal grid sorting. We've got filtering. So let's say if I want to look for Ultra Dynamic Sky, which is a great plugin, highly recommended. I can do that. You want to clear your filters. So right now, if you're not seeing all your data and you don't remember whether you have a filter or not like that, you can you can actually just go in here and clear it if you want. But let's say you don't remember which ones you had set and things aren't looking right, just hit refresh grid. Okay, and that'll clear all your filters and all your sorts and set you back to normal. Okay, so we've got the title, description. We'll add tags. This is our big thing. One of the main reasons for doing this is being able to add tags, comments as well. You can add comments on personal stuff. And the third thing is updates. So when we do have updates, one of the annoying things for me and one of the main motivations for writing this was whenever you get updates in the Epic launcher, you just get a little yellow dot, and you'd have to scroll down and find any products that you had installed and see if they have the little update button. So it wasn't really an easy way, if you have a lot of products installed, to find out which ones were being updated or not. So that's the reason for the Vault Cache Path location. The reason for that is so we can see and check to see if you have any updates, and this application should notify you, and you can just sort by updates, true or false, and it'll organize everything by whether you have updates or not. Okay, and then engine versions. Again, get that. I don't know how to get that on the weird. Engine versions. Okay, so you can sort by this is again this is a community version of the grid, and it didn't allow for raised. That's why the actual tag filtering doesn't work. Don't use this to try to filter by tags, because tags are an array of tags, and the freeware version is grid, which is awesome. It's called AG Grid. Doesn't allow that. So this is just a string search as well. So let's say you want to search by something that has 4.25 and then 50, just do a comma. Okay, that should have worked. So let's see, 4.25, let's see, comma, 4.26. There we go. Okay, and that worked. Yeah, 4.26 and 5. Oh, yep. Okay, so in this comma, it's basically just commas of what engine versions you want, and it will you know, just do it by commas, and then it'll give you what you want. So that's a pretty easy way for you to find out, look for stuff. I mean, generally, you're probably only going to be searching for one engine version. At least that's me. Like I want anything that has 5.3. Okay, now you can leave that as a filter. Now you've got 5.3, and then you could, then search like title or description or tag or whatever, add additional search information to that as you go. So multiple filters can be applied at the same time. All right, let's reset back to 0. Now the fun part, the tags. Okay, so we want to add some tags. Let's click on the tag button and we'll get this. And we can add tags one at a time or by multiples just by adding a comma. So let's do landscape, comma, weather, and enter. And there we go. And yeah, it's going to refresh the grid every time. That's just the way I had to do it. Now, we can select tags just by clicking on them once, and then we can use a filter. So right now I don't have anything set here, but then I'll show you that in a minute. The other thing we can do is if we double click on the tag, okay, we can change the name to landscapey. Okay, do that, save tag. There we go, landscapey. And double click on it if we want to change the color. Oops. Or actually, is it double click or single click on that one to change the color? So we can put this one as, let's do, I don't know, let's do some green for some landscapes. And yeah, tag. Yep. And weather. I think that was a little bug on the on the color change, but that's okay. It still works. I don't think it's still fine. Let's see. Yep. So, all right. So let's do what I'm going to do. I'm going to search for ultra dynamic sky. All right. I got what I want, and I consider both a landscape and a weather product because I just like to. Sometimes I like to add multiple categories. Right. And then that's it. Now it's done. If I want to put a comment, buy this plugin. It is worth it. That's my opinion. And then just save. There you go. Let me just prove that everything works. I can close down the Vault, open it back up. Now I'm not saving any kind of searches or anything like that yet. I may or may not do that. I mean, that just gets in a lot more stuff, and I don't know if it's really truly worth it or not. Okay, so now you can see that we've got our tags, right? Great. Let's clear our filters. Now, big thing is what we want to do is we want to be able to search by tags. Again, don't use this. This doesn't work, unfortunately, but I added something that does. So we can go in, it says where it says click to filter selected tags by operator. We've got an and or not. So I can do that and from that. Because since it's only one, it's always going to come up with that. But if I wanted to do not, and it shouldn't, this should work. So, yep, like that. So let's add some other ones. Let's add this. Let's make this weather and make this landscapey and go to tags. And so we want ones only with, so we want ones with landscape and weather only. All right. So we want one, just with anything with landscapes. This is all with landscapes. Okay. Anything with weather. And then let's say we want to use an or, so we'll get basically everything that exists with landscape or weather, all three of them. So, see? It works pretty simple. Okay. Bulk adds selected tags to selected rows. Okay. So let's say, let's just add another tag. It's called VFX, and I don't know. Let's see. Call it I don't know, trees. Fair enough. That's fine. So, and let's say I wanted to add both of these tags. All right, to whatever rows I want. All right, so I selected them. And then let me hide the tags, and I can choose ones that I have exist. So I can select that one, and I can choose whatever else I want. Right, so now I've got 3 rows selected. 1 row is an existing one with existing tags, an existing weather tag. 2 rows are have no tags. So I go back to my tags now that I've got my rows selected, the tags I want to add selected, and I click on bulk add tags, and there you go. Okay, so now we've added those 2 tags to that one. Fresh. And add it to that. Did it just delete the weather one? Ooh, maybe. I don't know. Let me see. Hang on. Let me add it to landscaping. It shouldn't have. Let's see. Let's add it to landscaping. Otherwise, that's a bug. So let's add those to just landscaping. And it did. It removed it. Well, you know what? For right now, that's just the way it's going to work. I'll have to fix that bug later. So if you're going to add it to something, make sure it's you're not adding it to one that already exists, or else it'll wipe it out. Yikes. I'll fix that later. Right now, but just be aware of that. Okay. Huh. All right. Let's see. I think that's about it. So went over changing the colors, selecting the tags, everything pretty much. I think that's pretty much it. Again, if you need to delete your database, if something went wrong, you can delete it, start over and just import your stuff again. Let's see. So filter by comments. There we go. Oh wait, that's a plug for UDS again. Oh, and Oceanology and FluidFlux. I'll add those in there as well. And I don't have any updates right now to show you, so I'm not getting any warnings. Well, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. All right, bye.